Thanks for coming all the way here for this. Glad to hear that. I wanted someplace quiet to talk. I just came from the hospital. After this, I have to pick my sister up from preschool, go shopping, cook dinner, do laundry. There's still so much I have to do. It sure is. But I can handle it. My mom had to do all this every single day. Remember how I told you I had a chance to win that scholarship? Turns out I can't practice anymore. I just don't have the time for it. Besides, even with the scholarship, we still can't afford college. I mean, you don't even have enough to survive. You already lost Dad, and now Mom can't work. It's up to me to earn a living. I have no choice but to give up track. Why'd you have to die, Dad? I wish I could have taken you on one last time. I just wanted to run one more time. One last run at some big event. Just one more time. Is this really how it ends for me? You're right. I've come too far to give up now. I'm gonna compete. Even if it's my last time, I want to win. I've dedicated most of my life to track and field. It's time to put everything I've learned to the ultimate test. I'm glad we could talk. Everything feels a lot clearer now, because of you. I have something to aim for. Thanks, man. Oh, crap. My sister's probably waiting for me. See ya.
Sorry I'm late. I ran into some unexpected trouble. All right, here goes. Back me up, would you? I'm gonna make pancakes. Think you can help? I guess you could say I've got a craving. I used to eat them all the time at the orphanage. I know they sell frozen ones nowadays, but nothing beats freshly cooked, right? You think so? I just thought more would be better than less. Well, let's go on and get started. Okay, first things first. What exactly do we do first? I think the recipe said to use lots of butter and to regulate the pan's temperature with a damp washcloth. Wait, we put a washcloth in the pan? Won't it burn? You sure? Thanks. I don't know how to cook anything besides the stuff I use for bodybuilding. I can break the eggs and mix the batter. I'll leave the actual cooking part to you. Oh, so that's how you use the washcloth. How about we add some protein powder? Hey, don't look at me like that. Oh, I'd better go get the plates. All right, I think this will be enough.
Oh, check it out! Wow, look at all the pancakes! I knew something smelled good.
Yeah, just give me a minute. We can eat once I bring them out. Would you mind getting everyone else? And don't forget Amada.
Okay.
Whoa, it's like a Tartarus of pancakes.
Did the two of you make all of these yourselves?
Yeah, although this guy was the one who cooked them. I said I had a hankering, but we might have made too much. I like pancakes, but no way I can eat all of these myself. If you guys could pitch in, that'd be great.
So you like pancakes too, Sonata-san?
Thank you. I can't wait to have some.
I'll make some tea. I've got some leaves that'd be great for the occasion.
It's pancake party time, as they say. The flavor brings a smile to my face.
them all day.
Just say it.
Oh, yeah?
See,
And
Good to hear.
What are you, the chairman? Thanks for the pancakes. They were really good. Tasted like a lot of care went into them. If you ever make some again, I'd like to help out too.
For as many as we made, they sure did disappear fast. Cooking's not really one of my strong points. A certain someone would always say, if you pour protein powder on the ingredients, then you shouldn't be in the kitchen, dumbass. Most of the time, I only ever got to watch someone else cook. So I never really learned myself. Anyways, thanks for helping out today. I'm hoping that cheered everyone up a little. They did things like this back when I was at the orphanage. I just wanted to recreate it. My sister used to cry all the time there. But the pancakes always brought a smile to her face. Do you remember that medal you found in the package from my parents? My sister, Miki. She made that back when we were at the orphanage. Based on the letter that came with it. I guess my parents found it when they were cleaning. Miki was gonna give that to me after we learned I was getting adopted out and leaving. But then that fire happened right after. And this medal was all that was left of her. Apparently, Miki used to always say she wanted to thank me for being so strong and kind. She was really quiet, and she'd always be following me around. I don't really remember doing anything special for her, but I guess she was relying on me as her older brother. Seeing that medal made me think, would my sister be proud of who I am now? Am I really strong and kind enough to deserve that medal? If I'm being honest, I don't really know what it means to be strong or kind. Everyone who's ever said that to me has left without telling me the most important part. You saw how I was today. This is all I'm capable of right now. I haven't grown at all since I was a kid. They'd laugh if they saw me now. Maybe my sister would say that. But you know not everyone would cut me that much slack. I realized I'd just been running away all this time, making excuses about having my own problems. But from now on, I'm gonna protect it all. We promised we'd become strong together. I won't let him down. Thanks, I really appreciate that. I'll be counting on you next time. The point of this whole thing was to cheer everyone up. And yet I'm the one getting supported here, you know? I think you're the kind of person my sister would have looked up to. All right, that's enough talking about the past. Let's hurry up and finish cleaning. Well, I ran into that group of punks on my way home from shopping today. There were even more of them this time. And one guy managed to get a good hit in. Don't worry though, I didn't do anything that would get me in trouble with the police. I just let them throw as many punches as they wanted until they got tired and gave up. I thought I could dodge them all, but I guess I've still got room to improve.
Hey, so about last time, let's go to Hagakure. My younger brother and I were twins, but not the kind that looked the same. He was the better looking one. Everyone called me the uglier Suimitsu. They always compared me to him, and I could never beat him in anything. There was a time when I used to hit him for no reason. But even then, he still treated me like a brother. Then in middle school, we bought steamed buns. And then he died. Food poisoning. They said the meat was undercooked. Just his bun, though. Not mine. But I couldn't even cry. I actually felt relieved. I thought maybe they'll all finally stop laughing at me. What kind of person feels joy when their own brother dies? I'm a... At first, I tried to be more like him. I went to cram schools and did martial arts and everything. But I could never be as good, and eventually, I started to feel like people were laughing at me. The only time I feel safe is when I'm eating. All that matters is what's in front of me, and everything else melts away. See? That's what the Gourmet King really is. I only eat to run away from my problems, but if I keep this up, I'll never be able to replace my brother. Will I? Be myself? Be myself! Is that really how it is? I hear you. You're right. I can never be like my brother. We're two different people. How did I miss something so obvious? I can be pretty dumb sometimes. Thank you. Really, thank you so much.
I am thou. Thou art I. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the moon arcana hath been set free. We now bestow upon thee the ultimate form of the moon within thyself.
Oh, I know this is sudden, but I'm relieving you of your duties as the Gourmet King's Royal Guard. You're fired, because you're the new king. All hail Gourmet King II! The restaurants in the strip mall gave this to me because of how often I eat there. I feel like I've been fake all this time. But one day, I will become the true Gourmet King. I think I'll become a food critic. It'll be my job to eat. I'm gonna become a food master. Then when I die and go to the afterlife, I can face my brother. And then I can tell him I was the best at something for once in my life. So until I reclaim my crown, you can hang on to it. I may have lost my title, but someday I'll make my grand return as Gourmet King III. That's my promise to you. And to my little brother. Huh. I've been talking so much about my brother, but I'm okay. My memories didn't make me sad and hungry this time. Oh, wow. I never realized how good the ramen tastes here.
I finally caught up. You're too fast, Koromaru. Don't go running at top speed like that. My legs aren't long enough. Senpai, is it alright if I rest a bit? I wanted to apologize for causing so much trouble. Making everyone worry about me. I lost something very precious. But in exchange, I gained something just as important. That's why I think I'll be alright on my own now. Thank you for bringing me along today. Oh, there you are! Guess it's about time. Huh? Looks like Koromaru's got something. I wonder what this is. I'm curious where it came from, but it's getting late. We should head back. Alright, this time I'm not gonna lose. Let's go, Koromaru!
I got really into my reading last night and never went to sleep. I thought I'd be fine since I've lost sleep from the pain and anxiety of my illness before, but I suppose I'm not doing my health any favors like this. Thank you. Or rather, I suppose I should apologize. It's been so long since anyone told me off for anything. I came out here because I was hoping to find you. I only have so much time left, you know. Do you remember when I said I liked reading heartwarming stories? There are as many stories as there are stars in the sky, but I don't think any of them are what I'm looking for. The problem is, none of those stories were written for people like me. I guess I'm just being selfish. Just like I am with you, too. You're always coming to visit me, keeping me company and talking with me. How much of your valuable time have you spent with me? I don't deserve it. You're spoiling me. That's why I like you so much, though. Sorry, I was in such a good mood that I overexerted myself. I'd like to see you again sometime.
So this is a shrine. It's quite similar to a temple, is it not? A mysterious presence lurks here, though it is markedly different from a shadow. Well then, I shall first observe the local traditions and pay my respects. I wonder if this is enough. Is there a problem? I'd heard that the effects of this mystical divine grace were proportional to the amount offered. In any event, I have finished presenting my offering. Come to think of it, this system of monetary offerings is very similar to that of the fountain. There are a great many locations in your world where supplicants may request good fortune. You live in a truly wondrous place. Could those paper strips tied there be... Just as I thought. These are paper fortunes. I've heard of this game. People entrust their destiny to a slip of paper, finding the risk far too exhilarating. I see. There are many possible destinies written on them. Well then, I'd like to experiment with this for myself. Please wait here while I work on obtaining every single variation. Excuse me. I've been curious ever since we arrived. But what is that equipment over there? If memory serves, these are a slide and a jungle gem, correct? I see. In the presence of a true god, upholding a pretense of gravitas is all but meaningless. What a magnanimous and introspective message. If that is the case... Fascinating. In order to attain joy, one must first claw one's way to the very top. This playground equipment teaches a profound lesson on the true way of the world. That was quite entertaining. I would very much like for you to continue teaching me how to use the other equipment. Could I ask that you start with the jungle gym over here? I can't get out. Oh dear, it's rather difficult to maintain one's balance. today was even more enjoyable than our other outings thus far. To be honest, lately I've been wondering, do I find this world enjoyable simply because of the novelty of the stimuli it presents? Or another possibility, perhaps I enjoy myself on these excursions because of your company. In any event, I believe I'll have to negotiate with my master to install a horizontal bar in our room. I'd like for you to accompany me again sometime, if you wouldn't mind. Well then, I suppose we should call it a day. But before we do, I'd like to go on the slide one more time. Shall we seize the opportunity and go in tandem? Woo!
Thank you for taking the time to help me. Did you know that if you want a space to do street fundraising, you have to send the application 2 months in advance? I wonder if this is going to be enough flyers. Yes, it is. But this is what I signed up for. The student council president mentioned the street fundraiser before, and now that it's almost here, I asked to be in charge of it. Ever since that business with Mr. Takenozuka got resolved, I felt more confident. Or maybe proactive is the better word. I can even talk to the boys in my class now, too. Well, a little. Anyways, running this fundraiser is just the beginning. From now on, I'm not going to be afraid of trying new things. Oh, but, I'd appreciate it if you could still help me every now and then, just like today. Yes, thank you. Oh, that reminds me. Do you remember that illustration collection I found at the bookstore? Apparently, someone ended up buying it. I checked the other day and it wasn't there anymore. But for some reason, I'm not sad about it. As long as whoever bought it is happy, then I'm happy too. I'd like you to have this. It's a collection of manga short stories by the same artist. I bought it a long time ago, and I read it so many times that I've practically memorized it. I'd like this book to be read by all sorts of people too, just like that illustration collection. I'm sure that's much better than me just keeping it for myself. Could I ask that you be the first of those many readers? When you finish reading it, please pass it on to someone else. Maybe it would be a good idea to hand it off at the bookstore. It's not in print anymore, so you'll never see it in new releases. Thank you. I'm so lucky to have met you. That book couldn't be in better hands.
I am thou. Thou art I. The bond thou hast nurtured hath finally matured. The innermost power of the Justice Arcana hath been set free. We now bestow upon thee the ultimate form of the justice within thyself.
There she is! Fushimi-san!
Are we interrupting?
No, not at all. Did you need something?
Well, the student council led a street fundraiser a while back, and they asked for regular students to participate, right? We were curious about maybe learning more. Did you have any information on that?
Of course, I can help with that. Oh, thank you again for helping me today, Senpai. I'm sorry I ended up taking so much of your time. I'll handle the rest by myself. I can do this on my own. It's just a little bit of talking. If the timing is convenient though, let's walk home together again sometime. Okay, go ahead and fill out your name and class on this form. Now, as far as what you should expect on the day of...
Say, how do you feel about a pink alligator? I thought so too. I knew you'd understand. See, it's the main character of a story that I'm writing. He was born in a lush green forest, but he turned out to be pink. He stands out so much that he can't hunt for food easily, so he's always hungry. The other animals dislike him and call him disgusting, almost like he's cursed. So he was used to living alone. But one day, he made a friend. It was a little bird that had trouble flying. Every day, the bird would stand on the pink alligator's back and practice. It's kind of embarrassing to tell you this. So, what do you think? Really? I've never written a story before, so I'm worried it's not going to be very good. But what matters is that I'm writing it for myself. Perhaps I can show you the entire novel someday. I actually came up with it the other day. I decided I wanted to write a heartwarming story just for myself. I'd like it to be a hopeful tale about finding the meaning in one's life. I think of you when I write. It's like I can hear you telling me not to die just yet. The wind is going to pick up soon. I can feel these kinds of things now. I hope I have enough time. We should leave. I'd like to see you again sometime.
I'm using different beans today. I went to a coffee shop and bought some real ones this time. I made sure to store them in the fridge, and I only ground them right before brewing. I also learned you need to be mindful of how hot the water is, as well as how you pour it. Yes, I practiced with the cheaper beans from before, since I can't afford too many of the expensive ones. Although, it was hard to drink all that coffee, so I added a lot of milk and sugar. Well then, let's drink, shall we? Cheers! It's still really bitter. So bitter. But it's not only that. I could actually taste some of the sweetness and richness this time. The beans and brewing technique can make a huge difference, huh? Oh, and the smell was great too. I'm feeling a little nostalgic, actually. Thanks for joining me. You can go on ahead. I'm gonna practice a little more to try and get the hang of this. Let's make some more if we ever get the chance. First I gotta use the bathroom. I drank a lot while I was practicing today.
High School, a place of learning. It's quite a shock that such a warm, illustrious institution transforms into Tartarus every night. Oh dear, what a conundrum. Everyone here seems to have a predetermined form of attire. I fear I may draw too much attention. I hope this won't pose a problem. Understood. I shall heed your advice. Now then, excuse me as I make myself less conspicuous. If I stay hidden from view this way, then there won't be a problem, correct? Now then, the school awaits. This is a pleasant surprise. To think there would be a bastion of commerce within a house of academia. Could you please wait here for a moment? There's something I've been curious about for a while. Excuse me, I would like to purchase a school lunch.
Sorry?
I would have liked a taste of this school lunch, as it is a rare delicacy only served in select facilities. But I've heard that having bread for lunch is also part of the school experience. That will be a fine substitute. Now that I've checked that off the list, let us proceed. As for where I'd like to go next, shall we visit your homeroom? So this is a classroom. With so many students and desks, it's no wonder there's hardly any space between them. But perhaps... I see. It's designed this way to foster a sense of harmony between classmates. I can sense the care put into this arrangement. This observation post must be what they call a podium. Interesting. When I stand here, I do feel a longing to teach well up inside of me. First question. Between diet food and super diet food, which is more delicious? That is correct. As a reward for giving the correct answer, you shall receive your own portion of super diet food. Is this what a classroom lecture is like? The quizzical stares are beginning to make me feel unsettled. Let us carry on with the tour. This humanoid figure, did they seal him inside the plaster to prevent him from escaping? I imagine it would be quite cramped in there. Truth be told, I do have some experience playing the piano. Are you familiar with the Velvet song? Velvet, oh velvet, my master has a long nose. All together now. Experiencing student life for myself today has broadened my perspective of your world. I'd very much appreciate it if you could accompany me again sometime. To be honest, I don't entirely understand my own motives for coming here, but as I walked closely with you, how should I express this? I felt very fulfilled, perhaps. What I really wanted to learn at school was more about you. But why? In any case, discovering the reason for this desire will surely serve as an intriguing diversion. Let us return now. Thank you once again for acting as my guide.
Let's see. I'd like to stop by the drugstore before we head home. Do you mind? It'll just be a little longer. Hang on. I've got a phone call. Oh. Hello? Yeah? What? So, get to the point already. Huh? That's not funny. What? How do you think that would make Dad feel? Fine. Do whatever you want. Just don't call me again. Sorry. Oh, yeah. I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
You know who I was on the phone with, right? Yeah, it was my mom. She says she wants to get remarried. I don't really care if she wants to get married again. What I can't stand is how she chose to live her life. Running away from things, jumping from guy to guy. I don't think that's fair to my dad. Sorry. I'm okay now. Really. Thanks. I'll never be like her. I'll never give up standing on my own 2 feet. Running away from your problems by clinging on to others is the worst thing you can do. I've decided I'll make it through on my own. I'll show her that I can be happy that way. Thanks for listening. For some reason, I feel like I can tell you anything. Let's head back now. I'll do the rest of my shopping some other day.
All right, time for class. I know you've been busy lately, but you all remember to do your homework, right? Just because you're not taking a humanities class next year doesn't mean you can blow off classic lit. Hey, are you all listening to me?
What's wrong, Fuka? You look kind of down.
Huh?
Talk to me. What's bothering you?
It's just Aragaki-senpai.
Oh. Yeah, it's pretty shocking. I'd never seen him in school, but he'd always be hanging around town. And now he's just gone. It's hard to put it into words.
I took it for granted that everyone would always be around, that nothing would ever change. But some things you can never get back. I didn't consider how easily it could happen. Once I realized that, I started thinking about my parents. I've sort of been avoiding the question, but is it okay for me to leave things with them like this?
Parents, huh? Yeah, that's a tough one. But I think you'll work it out, Fuka.
Moriyama, what are you waiting for? Come on up.
Yeah.
Would it kill you to give your classmates a proper goodbye?
Huh? What's going on?
Hi everyone. I know I haven't been here that long, but I feel like I've made some good friends. I'll remember each and every one of you after I transfer. Thank you all. How's that?
Wait, transfer? What?
You're a weird one, you know that? The biggest bitch in school is leaving and you're gonna miss her?
You're transferring, and you didn't say anything?
It's not like it would have made a difference. Why make us both depressed? But yeah, my dad suddenly collapsed. And they say it'll take a while for him to recover because of some complications. We don't really have that much money, so we can't afford to stay in this area. You know, now that I think about it, you're the only one who bothered being friends with a weirdo like me. But like I said before, we're both in the same boat. My parents act like I don't even exist. I hate living with them. That's why I was so jealous when you moved into the dorm.
Natsuki-chan.
You know, you've really changed, Fuka. You're a lot more cheerful now. But why'd you move when your house is, like, right here?
Huh? Well,
If you don't want to say, that's okay. I'm sure you've got your reasons. But if it's something that you and your parents can work out, then do it while you have a chance. It'll be a while before my dad's in any condition for us to have a heart-to-heart. What am I doing? This isn't what I wanted to talk about. You know, Fuka, I used to think every day was just the same depressing routine. And I'm only saying this because it's you, but you don't really get many second chances in life.
Natsuki-chan.
I guess this is the last time I'll see this view. I won't be in school next week because I'll be packing, so I guess this is goodbye.
No!
Don't you dare come see me off. I want to say goodbye on my own terms. Come on, don't give me that look.
But you're leaving so suddenly.
Hey, I'm not all broken up about this, just so you know. I've changed a lot since I met you. I'm gonna try and figure out what I really want to do with my life.
I know you can do it, Natsuki-chan.
Well, now I really feel like I gotta do it. No pressure, right?
No.
I got one last thing I want to say before I go. If you just accept the way things are, then you'll never move forward. Just like me. So I hope you can figure out what you want too.
What I want, I used to try and please everyone just to fit in. I was afraid of not being liked. So I always went along with the people around me. But I never really thought about what I wanted.
That's so you. Well, if they don't like you for who you are, I say screw them. But I like you, Fuka. Even if you hate yourself.
Natsuki-chan.
Well, I better get going.
Huh? Natsuki-chan? Here, even if we're apart, we're still connected. So, we can always talk, right? Thanks for being my friend. I'm kinda tearing up now. Natsuki-chan. Even if we're apart, we're still connected. I get it now, Natsuki-chan. I'd always assumed my powers were a reflection of my faults. I was always worried about how other people see me, and that's why my powers let me see others. But I guess there is something I want after all. Seeing everyone getting along and working together makes me so happy. So, I want us to treasure this forever. I have the power to connect people, even when they're apart. My persona has given me this amazing gift. The friendship I've always wanted. You are? Oh, what are you all doing here? It is unusual to find you up on the rooftop.
Well, we didn't see you around, so we weren't sure if you were all right.
I think I figured it out.
Okay?
I've made up my mind. I'm going to do everything I can with the power I've been given. This is what I've decided I want to do.
Sure?
Sorry. I guess that was out of nowhere, wasn't it?
You sure you're all right?
Maybe it'd be better if I just quit. The club would probably be fine without me. Besides, I don't think I'm cut out to be an artist. What? How long have you been here? Did you hear everything? Yeah, well, I guess you did hear everything, huh? My dad told me to quit the art club. He said I need to study more and concentrate on my future. When I told him I was a finalist in the contest, I thought he'd be proud, but all he said was that I was wasting my time. He said it's my responsibility to take over the hospital because I'm his only son. My dad doesn't care about me. He only cares about his stupid hospital. And it's not just him either. Just because my dad's a doctor, everyone expects me to be one too. I have my own dreams too, you know? I can't stand it anymore. No, I don't want that. It's my life, and I want to live it my way. Sorry. I figured it out. I'm going to make a bet with my dad. If I don't win the contest, then I'll quit the club just like he wants me to. But if I win, then I can do whatever I want. And as soon as I get home, I'm going to convince him. Do you mind keeping this under wraps? I don't want anyone worrying that I might quit the art club. So let's just keep this between us, okay? Hey, would you mind letting the art club know that I'll be taking the day off? I want to have the talk with my dad today. Well, see you later.
Man, our hero took an underdog baseball team that didn't even have enough players all the way to nationals. No matter how tough the rival or desperate the situation, the hero always ends up finding a way. Hey, we're technically a team too, aren't we? Means we need a hotshot of our own, right? Sounds an awful lot like hero talk to me. Share some of that glory, why don't ya? Hotshot or not, the others have got so much personality. Kinda like the characters in a manga. Either way, kinda blows that real life can't be like how it is in a manga. Anywho, on to the next page. Oh yeah, that's right! Just before the big game, the hero collapses! All after getting everyone together, training like crazy, becoming a hotshot hitter, and carrying the whole team all by himself.